Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video. We are still chopping around, and of course I'm going to take you to all the price section, what we're seeing today. But of course first I'm going to ask you to like, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think that's useful. Also feel free to check out all the links in the descriptions. Let's go. Today we are only going to look at BTC USD. And you know what, let's start off quickly with the daily. There we're seeing a little bit of a choppy action right here. We had the breaker going lower. It looks like today we are going higher again, but then at the same time we are printing here that red dot, and the money flow is still a little bit ugly, to be honest. Fuel going down, RSI is going down, so I think we will still see a lot of choppy action. Let's quickly head over to the 4 hourly, and you know what I actually want to do? I want to take out these lines. We all know now that the 29k is important, that we broke this, so that's fine. And look at more a bit as from a horizontal level, meaning that we can really say that we have established a range right now, and that is also exactly where you see the most traded volume. And actually everything just played out according to support and resistances, meaning that this went up, was a little bit oversold also here in the light gray area, and then came down. And now right now we just came all the way down here to the most traded volume, which was the 29,300-ish, which was also Monday opening, and now we are bouncing off a little bit. And it looks also like that the 4 hourly maybe wants to curve up. RSI is going higher, money flow flat, not really going higher. You want to see this view of the yellow one curving higher, but it looked like it might curve inwards and then maybe down. So the next few hours need to be in the green to go higher. Volatility is the name of the game, and that's also something that I said in my previous few videos. Excuse me. Is that we said major moves are coming, and volatility, that was 2 days ago. Well, there you go, you have it. We went up, there was a big move, went down, there was a big move. And we just seeing also in the hourly candles a lot of volatility. Matter of fact, we saw a lot of volatility this morning when New York opened. I will show you exactly what I mean. And the profits, of course, that we made earlier by going up actually were gone because we went down again. But of course, unless you were short. Quickly head over to the hourly and let me show you what I have for you there. There we had this bearish divergence, what we already talked about. We went lower and the money flow hit the zero line, and now we're kind of going flat a little bit, not really know what to do. I think if we start breaking higher, then of course this money flow will also go up. We are seeing also here indecisiveness, red dot, green dot, RSIs don't really know what to do, going higher, going lower, fuel going higher. So this is a little bit hard to read right now. Something that could play out if we're really talking about the day-to-day action is that we are making a higher high here on the price and then a higher low on the momentum wave. That could be a nice bearish divergence. If that happens and we're going lower, then of course I'm first looking at this low right here, that approximately 29,300. Again, that is also where the high volume node is and the weekly open. If not, then the 29,000. Would actually also be nice if this not only will play out but then also makes a bullish divergence, then we could go higher. If I look at this and I look at the current price action and the dollar index and everything that's going on in the world, I think we're going to stay here for a while. So this whole range right here, I think this is going to be our trading range for maybe a little bit longer before we're really breaking lower or breaking higher. Something else I want to show you is the dollar index. We talked about this yesterday and I said, we have a green dot here, momentum waves going up, VWAPs going higher, RSIs and everything. So this thing might just curve back up again and then retesting these highs. If that happens, you bet your ass that BTC is breaking down. But now today, although we broke this important resistance, which kind of then needed to flip it to support, would now break down again. So this is really choppy action, and this is just hard to read, hard to trade. So I don't blame you if you find it hard to make sense out of the markets right now, but I just want to show you that this is still pretty much a leading indicator. And if this then decides to go down today, then most likely BTC will go up. Well, matter of fact, today for the daily, we were already up, as you can see. So that so far plays out just pretty fine. I really have to see if we print this red dot, then I think we're gonna go lower and test at 29k again. One other thing I want to show you, one quick sidestep, is gold. We have been seeing this a few times already in the past, and this is a very, very important support line. Well, as you can see, we play with it a little bit, but looks like now we're going higher, although just a few days ago we printed blood diamond, but it seems like we are now bouncing off. Eyes on the price, which is here the top, 2070, if we're going to break it. It was the top here. It was a top here just recently, and now we need to see if we can break it. This will take weeks, maybe months before we even go higher. If we bounce off it again, then I think I might even sell some position, because then this is just too strong. And so far I really find that gold is very much underperforming on the current market condition. We have high inflation. We have a lot of fear in the market, and gold should be skyrocketing, but it just isn't, so it's very much underperforming. One other thing that I want to show you is something on my Twitter, because I always ask you to follow me on Twitter. Again, links in the description. Is because I'm trying to post a few times a day and get you in this journey of the broader perspective. And Janet Yellen now stated like, oh, actually, you know what, the inflation was not transitory. And I'm just thinking everybody already knew this. Matter of fact, the central bankers also knew this, but they are just twisting the story the way they think is the quote-unquote safest way. Meaning that once they started printing, they already knew that at some point they're going to get a high inflation. With a little bit of economic knowledge, you know that once they start printing, you get a high inflation. That's why I also hedged with Bitcoin and gold. But I already did that since 2016 or 17. They of course also knew it, but they're not going to say, hey, you know what, shit hit the fan, we're all going to see high inflation, we're going to most likely jump into a recession, yada yada yada, everything's going to be horrible. But they are going to change the story by little bit, that it's not really a surprise, and kind of going for a soft landing. So they first start off with, inflation? Nah, gotta be transitory. Then once there is high inflation, okay, it's not transitory. And now that there is high inflation, they will probably say a high inflation for a long time will not happen. And of course then in 6 or 12 months from now they'll say, oh, it actually will happen. Yeah, but now we're kind of topping out. So the whole inflation story and markets going down, all the kind of good stuff, 2 years. At least, if the central bankers now make a decision about rising the interest rates, it takes 3 to 6 months before it works into the actual markets. So you feeling inflation is going to take at least 2 years. Stock markets might going up in a few months from now, but in the real economy, like I said, like the way you feel it, it's going to take a long time. And also what I find quite horrible is that they have changed their calculation method already a few times in the last few decades. Meaning that everything that goes in factor into calculating how much inflation we have has been changed. So the housing prices has gone up for like 10, 15, 20% already a few years in a row. That is inflation, but the real inflation of kind of what they're bringing out is an approximately 8 or 9%. The prices of your groceries way higher than 10, 15, 20%. So again, higher than the real inflation. Gasoline, much higher. So you know that the calculation method of what they're showing you is it's pretty biased. So the real inflation actually is much higher than the current inflation that we are reading now in the newspapers, about 8, 9, 10%. And during the day also I'll sometimes post you a few trade setups if you kind of like that stuff. So definitely check that out once or twice a day. Alright guys, that will be it for today. So as you can see, not a lot of very strong price action. Matter of fact, actually, I'm sorry, let's quickly go back because I forgot to show you the New York opening, what I thought about volatility. I'm very sorry that I forgot about that. Look at this, 1.5% down, then more than 2% up, then we went down, a bit more than 1%, then we went up, a bit more than 1%, and then we went down again, bit more than 1%, so that was super volatile. I did not trade this at all because I'm just sitting on my hands. I think this is dangerous. I'm not trading at all. I want to see more confirmation. But if you're a little bit of an emotional trader, you got wrecked right here. So I just watch it, but this is crazy actually, sometimes the volatility. But all in all, if I now look at like what we have seen in the last few hours, not that impressive. So I'm really waiting for the divergence to play out before I put in a trade. Alright, that was then really the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please smash that like button, subscribe, click on the bell, click on also you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends that think that's useful. Feel free to check out the links in the description. See you guys very soon again in the next one. In the meantime, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Also links in the description. Thank you so much. Bye bye.